What up, fellow bass players? It's your boy Ray coming at you with another lesson. Last lesson I just did on scale degrees theory, and in that lesson we talked about what is the scale degrees, what a major chord is, what a minor chord is, triad, major chord, triad, minor chord. So now with this lesson, if you're watching it after you watch the scale degrees lesson, we're going to do a little exercise which helps you practice with your arpeggios and everything, and also get your hands kind of used to the movement around the scale degrees or whatnot. So what we know so far about the scale degrees for any major scale: the first one is major, 2 is minor, 3 is minor, 4 and 5 are major, 6 and 7, 6 is minor, 7 is diminished, which is still a minor, and the root is major. So just taking from that, we're going to play arpeggios, or we're going to play each of the triad notes for each scale degree. So by that I mean we're going to start on the 1. We're going to be in the key of C. Alright, and since C gets a major triad, and again our triad is just a 3-note chord, we're going to play the root, the 3, and the 5. Okay, so it's going to be root, 3, and 5 for the major scale degrees, and for the minor scale degrees we're going to play root, minor 3rd, and 5. And all these notes that we're hitting is still going to be in the C major scale. Alright, so the first chord, or the first triad that we're going to arpeggiate on, is the C major. And C major has what 3 notes? Or the C major chord triad has what 3 notes? C, E, and G. So we're going to play it just C, E, G, C, E, G. Alright, now the second note in C major scale is D. D scale degree is a minor. D degree is minor. Alright, so you would play a D minor chord, or D minor triad, which is the root, the minor 3rd, and the 5th of D, which is D, F, A. Alright, so now we play D, F, A. D, F, A. Alright, then we continue. And with these scale degrees exercises, the best thing that you could do is just develop a pattern of how you play the major arpeggios and how you play the minor arpeggios or whatnot, just so you could comprehend and get the basics of playing scale degrees or whatnot, because this will help you very much so when you want to come up with licks and riffs and all that stuff. So D, the way I play my D minor or any minor chord, since we're doing in scale degrees, is just like this. So, and I play my major starting on my second finger. That's C, E, G, C, E, G. Then D, I start on, or the minor scale degree, or the minor degree, I start on my index finger and just use index, pinky, and middle. No, index, pinky, and ring. Alright, so again, the 1 is a major, C, E, G. 2 is a minor, which is D, F, and A. 3 is a minor, which is E, G, B. 4 is a major, which is F, A, C. So is G is a major, which is G, B, D. 6 is a minor, which is A, C, E. 7 is a diminished, which would be B, D, F, B, B, D, F, and then we hit the octave, which is C, hit C, G. Alright, so all together, if we just play it non-stop, it would be backwards, alright, so, and that's how you can, you practice arpeggios or whatnot. Now, you can also make that like a rhythm as well. If you want to make it like arpeggio or come up with your own bass line or whatnot, you can do something like, and all I'm doing is the same scale degree triad or whatnot. I can just use two. If I just use, let's say I can use C, the C arpeggio, which would be C, E, G, and I use the B arpeggio, which would be B, D, and F. Alright, now listen to how just using the same thing I just did, just changing the tempo, using the same exact notes with sound. Here we go. Alright, and everything I just did was everything I showed you on the slow walk up. It's just C, E, and back to the C. And I get in when you want to come up with like your own rhythm for like arpeggio, if you just want to keep it like, just to keep it simple, you can end on any note in that major triad or that major or minor triad. So if I wanted to go from C arpeggio or C scale degree to the 7, I can end on any note in the C, E, or G, because that's all the notes in the C triad for the one major or whatnot, and then I could just go straight to the B. And then you just, since you got that basic what I'm talking about, once you get comfortable or you get your fingers, in a nice pattern, just go all the way down from like 1 to 7, or 1 from root to octave, then octave back to root. So it can sound something like this. And everything I just did was just using every note of the triad as it pertains to the major or the minor degree, depending on what number I was in the major scale. And that's how you could develop licks. So like, let's say you wanted to play a song. Let's say we just come up with a simple rhythm. And then all that I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, 4. I use my arpeggios. And every note, like I just said, every note I was hitting was in the triad of the degree, whether if it was a major degree or a minor degree. And I'm just put the diagram just in case people was watching that didn't watch the video I did previously. The first note of it, the major scale, is a major degree. Second, minor degree. Third, minor. 4, major. 5, major. 6, minor. 7, diminished, which would mean you would have a root, the minor third, and the minor fifth, the flat 3 and the flat 5. Okay? Flat 3 and flat 5. So for C, the 7 is B. Now you just play a diminished progression, which is a minor third, which would be D in the key of B, and the flat 5, which is F in the key of B. And this will also help with speed too. I'm not going to try to do as fast as I can because I don't practice it like that. I don't want to look like a total idiot. So that's basically it. Hopefully, you got something from that. You create and invent your own ways how to take it. What I showed you, the basic foundation of like arpeggiating and the scale degrees, how you could take it to a whole nother level and everything. So hopefully this was a help. Continue to comment, subscribe, and like. I just want to thank y'all for your love, for the comments, for your prayers. One love. Peace. I'm out.